Okay guys, this is it. We have made it back to Willow Springs Raceway, and in today's video we're going to find out what it's like to drive the all-new Maserati MC20. I am very excited about it. This is Maserati's first mid-engine supercar in a long time, and it's got a lot to live up to. So we're going to find out in this video how it actually drives. This place is just so fantastic. Okay, here we are with the Maserati MC20 with the one and only Karl. You probably have seen his work on Forbes and elsewhere with Edmunds and so forth. Great guy. But we're joining him with Maserati to experience the all-new mid-engine supercar with 621 horsepower out back in a carbon fiber tub. Let's get in the car and off the street. Love these butterfly doors, don't you, Karl? Look at that.
They're very cool, and I love that trim. Look at that carbon fiber trim that's on there.
It's like a forged carbon, one big piece of carbon fiber, the whole door. And you sit solo inside this car. It kind of just hugs you all the way down. Oh, and the steering wheel, it's pretty thick actually. It's got like a nice thick... We're not in the road. Alrighty, here we go. Starting up the MC20. Wait, it's launched. Starting up the MC20. Oh, it sounds pretty good, Karl. It sounds pretty good. Oh, fuel level low, so we gotta make it count. But I'm actually very excited because this is Maserati's big comeback, you know? And where the turn indicators are behind right here. Yeah. The shifters. Oh, the steering wheel is extremely light. This is a power assisted steering wheel, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, here we go, driving the MC20. So right now we are in the normal drive mode, GT. Let's go and pop it into Sport and then Corsa, which you gotta spin this outer wheel, right? So here we go, we're in Sport mode now. It should stiffen up the suspension, also gives better throttle response and so forth. So again, 621 horsepower, about 500 pound-feet of torque, and a curb weight of roughly 3,300 pounds. So it's got all the right aspects for the supercar formula, right? But we're in a Maserati. This is another one of those stereotypical Lamborghinis on the road. So let's pop it into manual shifting to feel it out. So downshifting actually sounds pretty good. It's not the loudest thing ever. And the suspension it gets pretty stiff, doesn't it, in this mode, Karl?
Yeah, but it's still very livable. I drive it in Sport.
You can feel it's real nice. Oh wow, you hear that whiplash sound with the turbos when you let off? That sounds really good. The torque is instantaneous throughout a fourth gear right here, but we're at about 4,000 RPM. Anyways, though, driving the car, even in sport mode, barely touching the throttle, I can feel just how sharp it is. Like instantaneously, barely touching it. You can hear the exhaust start getting angry. Up another. What does that mean, cop?
Yeah. Maybe he's just flashing. I think he was just saying, hey, I think.
So downshifting the car. Let's get to second gear. Full throttle pull. Wow. It's an interesting acceleration because it's not the most brutal thing out there. The gear changes aren't as crazy as like a Ferrari, for example, but it feels like it's just extremely sharp and the vehicle is precise in a good way, whereas you're not being thrown around accelerating. The car feels like it just wants to keep picking up speed in a smooth, in like Maserati manner. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like this is designed as a luxury street car that looks good. You can feel the motorsport heritage just sitting in here because you're sitting down low in the chassis. You do have a carbon fiber tub, so it is very stiff. And you gotta realize, Ferraris don't have carbon tubs. Also, the standard Huracan and so forth don't have carbon fiber tubs. This is a very advanced piece of technology, and it's going to translate especially on the racetrack. You know what though? Mind if we try a launch control, Karl?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So you were doing this earlier, so let's come to a stop. Right, no one around us, we're good.
It's around.
Let's go ahead and pop it into launch down here. With my foot on the brake first. Launch. Are we in? Oh, only available in Corsa. So let's go in Corsa mode, which is race mode.
To hold.
Oh, you had to hold it?
There you are.
Okay, here we go. Hitting launch on. So foot on brake, foot on gas. It's revving up, building boost. So we spun a bit there, but I think for the best 0 to 60 times, might as well just leave it in automatic mode. But I love this display, actually. It's very, very cool. And it's super simplistic. It's not throwing tons of clutter in front of your face, whereas you can't focus on the most important things, that being your gear, also the RPM, and then your speed. But what's interesting about it is on the right side, and you pointed this out, Karl, earlier, you can see your torque live, and then you can see the boost. This is a fun car.
Yeah, the dueling gauges on the right are just so cool.
What's funny is that I actually really do like how thick the steering wheel is, and the steering ratio, it actually feels pretty dang sharp, like barely turning the wheel. I can feel the front end grip, and the car wants to dart left and right. But getting on the brakes, hold on, Karl. You ready?
Ready.
Oh, shoot. Those are pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
It'll stop you.
Those carbon ceramics grabbed very well, and it's got a nice linear brake pedal response.
Yes.
It's not like some cars where you barely touch it and it's flying forward. It kind of feels McLaren-ish because the first, like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, nothing's going on. Oh, and then I have a feedback in the car slowing down. So I feel like they might have taken something straight out of the McLaren handbook. But let's get you back in time, Karl. So taking some corners pretty briskly, you can feel the carbon fiber tub nature of the vehicle, and it still feels substantial though. It doesn't feel like it's too much of a race car for the road. I can easily see you buying this car and driving it somewhere casually, but also having fun, and then going to the racetrack the next day. It's not too much like a compromise where some vehicles become too race focused. When you pop it in Corsa mode, which is basically race mode, right? The car, it starts to come alive, and I love the noises of this new V6 behind us, a 3-liter twin turbocharged V6. A lot of torque, huh? You hear that sound? It sounds so good, man.
Yeah.
They did a great job. Though you don't get too much noise inside the car. What if we roll down the window a tiny bit? Just to hear it. Only one more pull, just see if we get better exhaust now. It's not the loudest car out there.
It could use more exhaust volume. It'd be nice if it had an aftermarket. If there was an aftermarket kit for this to make it a little louder, but the same tone, I'd like it.
I love how low we're sitting in this car, though.
Yeah.
Like it feels.
And the rear mirror view is just, that feels very Ferrari.
That's what I was just looking at. It's nice and curvy. There's no crazy harsh lines and unnecessary angles.
And that nice intake that just makes you feel like this car's fast.
Oh my gosh. But you're actually getting a lot of feedback through the steering wheel, actually. Like, I can feel a lot of the road right now. You can see it vibrate.
Yeah.
It does stiffen up in race mode. The steering does feel like it got heavier, but it's not like an overbearing weight, whereas when you get on track, I don't think you're gonna get like sore arms from driving the car fast. But we're getting pretty low on gas, are we, Karl? So we gotta get this car back safely to Maserati. One thing I want to add though is sitting in this car with these like Club Sport racing bucket seats, they're still extremely comfortable, aren't they?
Great. I love these seats.
I love this interior with this 10-inch display going longitudinally, right, sideways, and in front of us. It feels high-tech. It feels like something brand new. Whereas you've had the Aventador and other exotic cars out for 10, years straight. This is refreshing, a new take on the supercar formula, and from Maserati. So I cannot wait to see the revival for this on the racetrack.
This is cool.
I know the carbon tunnel in the middle is nice.
Yeah. This, I just love that little bit. Just the recessed inset MC20 with the Italian flag colors. I think that's cool.
It's a well put together vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah. And the seats are just, I can sit in this.
I love the carbon fiber, man. It just feels nice.
Nice Alcantara headliner and pillars.
I like how it's kind of 48-ish, isn't it? With the haunches above the side fenders.
Yes.
Muscular, the bodywork is, right?
Which I love, yeah. And that body line, it's not a curve. There's a crease there that I think is kind of cool looking. I mean, look how it creates that shadow. It's just neat.
I think this is gonna find a nice slot in the whole like supercar market because it's just so different. There's nothing that looks like this on the street. And this color, it's got like a pearl effect going on when you're looking at it.
No, it's like, I think that's a good way to think about it, Austin, is this car is unique enough that it's not like there aren't plenty of cool cars out there, but this one's got its own personality. It's really not like anything else.
Love the throttle response.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. They're on the right track.
Yeah.
It's honestly, I'll take this one corner briskly. I can kind of feel body roll. It's getting, the left is getting higher up, but the mid-engine power plant, did I say power plant? The mid-engine power plant, like it's gonna put down the power, right? But I can feel body roll. Don't you? Don't you feel that body roll right there? Where the right side is lifting up. Are we in track mode?
Yeah, we're in Corsa.
It must be tuned that way, but I did notice that.
It'll be interesting on the actual.
Yeah.
See how much it moves around.
If like I were to get one, this is exactly how I would spec it. But maybe blue or red. What do you think, Karl?
I would go blue or red for sure. I wouldn't go white. I mean, I like the white and it's the launch color and all that, but I'd be blue or red. I mean, it's an Italian car, man. You want it to
Who's gonna go?
Barely be, we should go before the Fiat. Hopefully he knows that.
See, it's putting down the power very well. I love how sharp that DCT is. Like literally instantaneous.
There's no hesitation about any of the drivetrain components. The throttle response, the engine revving, the transmission shifting.
Anyways, guys, please let me know what do you think in the comment section down below of the new Maserati MC20. Are you a fan? Are you in the market? Please let us know in the comment section down below. Also, make sure to check out all Karl's articles online. I'll list them in the description down below for what he's going to do with the new MC20. I'm excited.
It's a very cool car. I think Maserati, like you just said it, Austin, they're on the right track.
Alrighty, please let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think of the all-new Maserati MC20. This one is finished in a custom livery and it looks spectacular in person. Very excited to see where this new car takes Maserati in the future. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button to help me out. Also subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. I'll see all of you in the next episode.